You're the boss.
I'm the boss.
And you're recording it.
Let's not forget it. I am the boss. Dun-dun. Hey everybody, my name is Zack. I am the boss here at Inner North Brewing Company. We're here to talk about our subscriptions for the month of June. They are going out this Friday, and we're pretty excited. It's a pretty exciting pack this month. We've got a bunch of really good beers, really good value for our subscribers this month. We've got the Elder Dragon, which is a special GABS release beer that we'll go into. It's that hot pink one there. We've got a double IPA called Power Move, and we've got Sour Cherry Red, kind of a variant of our Big Red that we've done a couple of single kegs before. Before we get into that, though, just want to say what's been going on. We're all a little bit exhausted because we just had GABS this past weekend, and we were two men down due to COVID during this last weekend. So it's been a long weekend, but a good time and fun had by all at GABS. So hopefully you made it down. If not, keep an eye out for GABS next year, because it's, of all the beer festivals out there, it's probably the one that has the best vibe, especially since we were back at the Royal Exhibition Building. So we had our festival bar there, and yeah, we were getting really good feedback on our beers, and I got to taste a few fun stuff from some of the other breweries. My personal favorite was a Lichtenheiner from $2 Bill Brewing. It was really interesting, really delicious, smoky wheat beer that it's got me thinking. Things coming up, we've got Trash and Treasure is happening on Saturday the 4th. So this Saturday, if you watch this video as soon as you get your beer, it will be tomorrow. And that's basically bring a suitcase of trash/treasure, and you can peddle it to people who are here drinking. And if you buy a ticket online for it, you basically get a drink for it in exchange for your ticket. And yeah, it's just kind of a fun little rummage sale type situation, right, Tim? Yeah. And we're gonna have Leon Smashburgers is the plan, cooking up in the street. So he always brings a good crowd, and his smash burgers are the best I've had in Australia. Yeah. Weekend on June 18th, we've got the Aussie Beer Milers are returning for their brewery run, and they are adding on an event for the first time called Pedal and Pint. So basically what they normally do for the beer milers, they basically show up, some of them have a few pre-run beer, and then they go run 5K, come back to the brewery, and then have post-run beers. If you sign up through Aussie Beer Milers, you will get a free pot, and you can when you participate. So they're also doing Pedal and Pint, which is a similar vibe, but on bicycles at the same time. So that should be a fun event. Yeah, check out Aussie Beer Milers. If you don't know what a beer mile is, that's a YouTube black hole and Wikipedia black hole you can go into. It's basically 4 laps of a athletics track with a beer at the start of each lap. It's an actual competitive international event that people compete in. And then finally, sometime in July next month, we're going to be having our winter cornhole event. It's really cold in the brewery right now. I've just come out of my heated office and it is chilly. But yeah, we'll have all the heaters blasting and the space heaters going, and it should be a good little event. So we've been putting extra effort into making sure we have lots of cornhole set up every Sunday, so you can come and have a little casual practice round. You can do that any day of the week, but on Sunday we're making sure we've got all the boards out. And yeah, so that's what's coming up. That's what's going on. Brewing wise, we're down brewer Jimmy at the moment. COVID's taken him for more than a week, but hopefully will be feeling better soon. But we've got a bunch of stouts that we're going to be releasing fairly soon on tap. a bunch of single keg stouts, and we've got planning to do probably a black IPA and a American brown ale this year as some other winter beers, or possibly do Burnout again. We're still thinking about it. That's my job for this week. And then we've got beers that are just waiting to go on tap that we've already brewed, like the GABS Elder Dragon should go on tap by the time this subscription goes out. I think I've covered everything, so let's get into the beer, shall we? It's beer number 1, Elder Dragon. Hot pink, kind of a fuchsia magenta color. It's an elderflower dragon fruit beer that we brewed for GABS 2022. If you don't already know, GABS stands for Great Australian Beer Spectacular. It's basically the Southern Hemisphere's largest beer festival. It has sessions in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and New Zealand. And when you have to come up with these beer concepts like 6 months before the festival. I can't even remember when we had. Was it like November? It's ridiculously early. And we had a short list of beers, and this is one of Timmy's ideas, and basically it ticked the box of fun, visually enticing, and from my perspective, I liked that it was going to give me a chance to play around with a couple of ingredients I haven't used before, and seemed relatively straightforward to brew. So what we've done is we basically brewed a really simple base malt, and then re-fermented it with a bunch of dragon fruit and a little bit of raspberry and a little bit of strawberry, but a lot of dragon fruit. And that's where the color comes from, is the dragon fruit. The reason we use the raspberry and strawberry is because dragon fruit doesn't really impart that much flavor on a beer. And then we dry hopped it with a lot of elderflower blossoms. My main concern was that the beautiful pink would combine with the yellowing of the elderflower, because we did some little elderflower test pots to make a kind of uninspiring brown. But as you can see, I think it's very pink. Aroma, very, very clearly elderflower. Never really realized before how much elderflower kind of smells like white grape or lychee, but it does. And so you just have a quick sip. Elderflower on the nose. It's pretty good. I reckon we did really well with this one. It's you just get like a real mix of different fruit flavors coming from the elderflower and the dragon fruit and other fruits and the other fruits I mentioned that are in there. The beer base, we also used a little bit of ginger to help with kind of sharpening it up and a little bit of bitterness as well. But the beer base is just real kind of simple backbone to support the other flavors. But yeah, it kind of tastes the way it looks, if that makes sense. But 5%, it'll be up on the online shop soon, and it's also going to be on tap probably by the time you get this video. Won't be available in cans, just bottles and at the bar, and growler fills. So come down and check that out. The name Elder Dragon, in case you're wondering, is a D&D reference. If you don't know what D&D is, don't worry. Alright, next up, Power Move Double IPA. With Power Move Double IPA, we wanted to just do a really solid IPA. No holds barred, West Coast style IPA, just real simple, not recreating the wheel at all. And it came out at 8.3%, and we tried out a new yeast nutrient, which we feel has really helped bring out some of the characters of the malt and the hops, just with getting a real clean ferment. But yeah, solid double IPA. They got Topaz hops in there, Galaxy, Ella, I believe, and Columbus are the hops in there. Just had a little sniff. Woohoo! Stark contrast to the last beer. Whoa, yeah, that's 8.3%, all right. Yeah, so you got that sort of citrus, stone fruit, bit of dankness from the hops on the nose. And on the sip, what I really love about this, it just has a real, not juicy, not fruity really, just like a real flavorsome sweetness without it being sweet on the front of the tongue. Just real, basically a lot of like real bold flavor right on the front of the tongue. Oh, yeah, so real intensity of flavor that really loving, and real good balanced bitterness coming through the entire beer there, which is basically signature of a good West Coast double IPA. For the record, Imperial IPA and double IPA basically the same thing. They're basically an IPA above 8%, I think, is the cutoff. But yeah, so that bottle will be you for the night. I've had a couple pints of it at the bar before, and it usually leads to a few more pints and me regretting my decisions a little bit the next day. But yeah, real nice dry finish, simple malt, solid hops. It's just, yeah, really good double IPA. So enjoy that one. Okay, last but not least, we have Sour Cherry Red. Not a sour. We used the sour cherries, and basically we used our big red malt base, and then added 80 kilos of cherry and let that re-ferment out. Didn't ferment out quite as much as we would normally expect it to, so it's got a nice sweet finish to it. So let's have a little sniff and a little taste. So much cherry. Yeah. So nose-wise, you get that big red malt, but you definitely get like solid cherry. That first sip, there's a lot of cherry juice character, and then you sort of have the malt follow in after, the sweet chocolate, the sweet malt with like chocolate, burnt caramel, toffee characteristics, and then the second sip is where the magic happens. Second sip, everything just seems a bit more balanced. It doesn't seem as sweet. It has a little bit more bitterness coming through, a little bit more malt coming through. And it just makes for a really delicious fruit beer. Highly recommend this. This could be, I think it's a great winter beer. And I think it would work really well as a dessert beer, even though it's not that sweet. But like having it after your dinner, with like some sort of chocolate cake or dark chocolate side could be good, and or have it whenever. But it's on tap at the bar. It's available in the online shop. It's going to be in bottles, and yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so pretty excited to get this to you on Friday this week. So hope you enjoy it. Hope you're dealing with the initial coldness of winter okay. And we look forward to seeing you at the bar in June when you get over it. And yeah, have a good June, and we will see you for July subscriptions. Thanks, guys. Oh, special prize. Don't forget, every month there's a special prize. We haven't drawn the winner yet. Last month was Joel in Preston, who won he's a can subscriber, but he won a bottle of Hamster Wheel Didactics, one of our hazy newer hazy IPAs. This month, it could be you. So, have a good one. Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.